Okay, we are live. Sappho, welcome to your second tribal council. Your first altogether, as Jaden re-entered the game this round, and Jack returned. He was not at the last tribal council. Jordan voted out at the last tribal. So we do have some questions prepared for you guys. For those who couldn't come, we asked them in advance. So we'll read those first, and then we'll get to you guys since you're here. So we'll start with Jack. So first off, congratulations, Jack, on your immunity win. After earning your safety during the last round and winning immunity this round, are you worried that there might be a target on your back that you might be perceived as a threat? And Jack said, oh, anyone who knows me knows that I'm anything but a threat. But if people really think that I'm a threat, then I don't know what to tell them. LMAO. Classic Jack. We then asked Kai. Kai, last round you received a vote. Though the majority of the votes were on Ian, were you worried that you might see yourself going home? Are you still worried it might be you tonight? Kai said, well, in Survivor, you can never feel safe. I was quite certain that I was going home just because I over-anticipated how smart JP was. Tonight, I'm pretty worried, but mostly just tired. That's a mood. Thank you, Kai. Madeline's at work, so she could not join us either. Her question was, Madeline, what has the dynamic been around camp since the vote last round? It was a bit of a shocking vote. It was a 6-2-1-1 vote, which we don't often see on the first merge vote. And do you think alliances have shifted since that vote? And Madeline said that last vote was definitely wild, and it was a lot of excitement. I think people work together. I don't know if it's the same dynamics going on in this tribal, though. And we also asked Lily, as Lily cannot participate in the hangout. Lily, do you anticipate the votes being as divided moving forward as they were in the last round? Or do you see the tribe banding together to take out an easy vote this round, like Ian, who had the majority votes last round, or Jaden, who has already been voted out once? And Lily said, well, they certainly could still end up being divided, but I feel like it could end up being fairly simple this round. Obviously, I can't speak for the rest of the game, but I feel like there will be a divide made obvious soon enough, and it won't stray much from that formula, not counting advantages, of course. Yeah, I'll get to Nicholas in a second. Nicholas and Roan also could not attend, so we'll go to Roan's first. Roan, what do you think is more important at this stage in the game? Making connections with the remaining players in the game who may go on to make up the jury, or individual immunity wins? Arguably, both are important, but which do you think helps build your case if you make it to the end? Roan said, obviously the first one. You can win all you want, but no one's going to vote for you at the end if they don't like you, which is true. And Nicholas was asked, with your idol and Ian's idol played, and Jordan's sword now out of play, is there worry that remaining advantages could be played at this stage of the game? We're at Final 11, and there's no Redemption Island left to come back from this time. If you go home, you go home. Does that make people more likely to use advantages if they've been sitting on them? You worry that could throw a wrench into tonight's vote? Nicholas said, I think people are going to start taking more risks since we're at the stage of the game where everyone is trying to flex their muscles and make game moves to build up their resume if they make Final Tribal Council. I'm always cracked and paranoid, so I'll just hope for the best. That is also a mood. So with that, I think we'll get people who are actually here. Just give me 1 second here. LA or JD, do you guys want to read anything, or am I going to keep talking and boring people?
Oh, yeah.
Mood. Okay.
For support.
That's fair. So we'll start with you, Jaden. Aside from Jack, you were the only other person to finish the puzzle this week. So congratulations, first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
Not only did you finish the puzzle, but you successfully fought your way back into this game from Ares Arena. Do you think finishing the puzzle proves that you're taking the game seriously this time around? Or is it simply put a bigger target on you after winning the weigh-in?
I think it probably puts a target on me just because, I won like a huge competition, and then I obviously didn't give up in that really freaking difficult puzzle. It was 8 hours long, guys. Freaking 8 hours long. Imagine that. An 8-hour-long puzzle? Really? Don't vote me out. But I just want to say, shout out to everybody that was in the arena with me. You guys were so awesome. I miss all of you. Yeah. Hopefully I don't die and embarrass you guys.
No arena to go back to. There's no arena left. It is gone. Jaden destroyed it on his exit.
Oops.
So we'll go over to Ian. Ian, you received the majority of the votes last round. Are you worried the votes might turn your way again? Idol to protect you this time.
I mean, of course, like, you're always worried in Survivor, but, you know, I did play that idol, and I played it because I had the majority of the votes on me, so, I mean, at least I did that and didn't go home with an idol in my pocket, but, yeah, that definitely, you know, people saw that I used an idol and played an idol, so, yeah, that could make people not, you know, like me, so.
That's fair. So we'll head over to Emily for this one. Emily, you looked shocked when Jordan was voted out at the last tribal council. Do you think that we're going to see another whirlwind of a vote tonight, or is the tribe more united in who they want to send home today?
I think it's definitely going to be a whirlwind. That's a hard word to say. Yeah, I mean, things never go my way, so I mean, I'm not expecting much tonight. But, you know, we'll see.
That's fair. So we'll slide over to Toph. Toph, you also received a vote at last week's tribal council. Are you concerned that the votes might turn onto you this round? Have you noticed allegiances shifting since the merge portion of the game? The people who may have been tight on their previous tribes are making new connections with those remaining in the game?
I mean, that's a lot of words for me to comprehend at first, but I remember the first part.
No.
So wait, do I remember the first part?
Don't to break it down. Do you want?
Okay, hold on. I probably will, but I can't answer the first part first. I think. I think like I'm always paranoid that I'm gonna get a vote. Getting that one vote, it was kind of like, oh shit, like I wonder if people want me out or like if I was just like a scapegoat, and that's always like, you know, scary to think about. What's the other parts?
The second part of the question says, have you noticed allegiances shifting since the merge portion of the game? Do you find people are aligning with different people than they would have?
I mean, anything is possible in these games. So like I wouldn't like I haven't been really like super on top of like who's talking to who, like I need to know this information. I've just kind of been like, oh, okay. So yeah.
Thank you, Toph. That was beautiful.
It's very good.
Very animated. We like enthusiasm in this house. So we'll slide over to Logan. After last week's vote, people were surprised that jury was not starting yet. Do you think that's something that to keep in mind at this point in the game, that the people you vote out or blindside will be the ones deciding who wins the game if they make it to the end? And in addition, when do you think jury is starting? And that's an open question for all of you once Logan has in advance.
So first of all, shout out to Luke, so he'll stop yelling in every chat that he's in, apparently. Second of all, he yelled in the VL before realizing it wasn't my host chat, so that's the explanation for that. So second of all, jury management is like the biggest portion of the game aside from like sociability, which ties into jury management. So yeah, even when you're not in merge yet, it's still a thing to be thinking about. Like, how am I treating these people? If I'm blindsiding them, how can I make it better before they leave and head to Ponderosa? It's just something that you really have to think about at any point in the game, really, because if at any point you let your jury management slip, you could be costing yourself the game without even realizing it. And when do I think jury's starting? Well, because you asked that question, I assume it's going to be next round. So that's my answer for that.
I don't know. I guess you'll find out. So that's all we had for the question portion of the evening. I believe everyone was asked a question. If you weren't, please let me know in case I forgot you existed. Pretty sure I got all of you.
Are we going to vote now?
Yes, that's usually what comes next in Tribal Council.
Can I just say one thing before we vote?
Go for it. Tribal Council is an open forum.
So I found an idol on Redemption Island. So if any of you bitches vote me out, your votes are getting canceled. So don't think about it. I have to play it tonight, so I'm playing it tonight.
Fair enough. Now that that's been said, it's time for all of you to vote. If you haven't voted yet tonight, please do so now, and we will tally the votes.
Damn, this tea is strong.
Logan is having some breathing
I
problems.
have to learn.
It's not bad. It's like
Charlotte, once again, I am typing. Don't rush my process.
I just want to say, y'all all stress me out a lot. I don't deserve this.
I stress myself out a lot. Like,
Mood.
I agree.
Ugh. I don't know why I play these games because I always end up crying like every night.
Oh no.
We laugh.
No. Oh no. Giggle, giggle, giggle.
And I'm sick. Don't vote me out, please. I'm sick and dying and crying, please.
That is he is gone.
suddenly everyone's like, wait, what?
When my formatting fucks up, I get really upset. Why is this happening? Okay, I'm just calculating the votes. Give me a moment.
so how was everybody's week?
Busy.
Oh, I was muted.
Everybody was like silent. I'm like, all right.
Good.
My Wi-Fi is a hot dumpster fire, so I can't hear anything. Like when Toph was talking, it sounded like one of those cartoon squirrels from Hoodwinked. Like, no, like that's how fast it sounded on my end. It was bad. Don't look at me like that, Toph.
Well, I already did, Logan. Mister.
Was it my humor?
No, actually. That's dull as fuck.
Oh. Who
can't
is that?
believe-
Who said that?
My friend Emma.
Wait, Logan, who said that?
My friend Emma.
Oh my gosh, Emma's like the star of Tribal Council. Logan, did you ever watch the Japan Tribals?
No, I did not.
Oh.
I tend to not pay attention to seasons that are not in my series and or I'm not hosting or playing in.
Oh, I pay attention even if I like get voted out first. Like, that's how sad my life is.
Okay, so the votes have been calculated. So we are going to proceed with Tribal Council. And as always, if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and wishes to play it, now is your chance. Once the votes have been read, the decision is final, and the person voted out will have to leave the Tribal Council area immediately.
So obviously, it's time for me to let my idol out of the bag. This is probably like my worst kept secret for like the last like 2 hours, but yeah. Then again, I also don't make any moves without being messy as fuck. So like, I'm not playing it for myself. I'm playing this for Ian. So we'll see. Hopefully, I idle myself out.
I love you, Jaden.
You're welcome, Ian.
Jaden's idol is a real idol. It's a real community idol. So all votes cast for Ian do not count. As well, Toph is playing his double vote this round. So Toph voted twice. So there's a total of 12 votes tonight. So yeah, we will now read the votes. First vote does not count. Second vote is for Roan.
Interesting.
Third vote is for Jaden. Fourth vote is for Roan with the voting confessional Snake. So that puts us at 2 Roan, 1 Ian, doesn't count, 1 Jaden. Fifth vote is also for Roan. Can someone update Lily in the tribe chat? Because I can't do both.
I can't hear everything you're saying.
Okay, how much did you guys hear? Did you hear the
I heard the
votes?
first vote, but not the rest of them.
Okay, so we'll restart with the votes because it was a hot mess. So the first vote was for Ian, which does not count. The second vote is for Roan. Third vote was for Jaden. Fourth vote is for Roan with the voting confessional Snake. Fifth vote is for Ian, voting confessional E Part 2, E Electric Boogaloo, which doesn't.
What the fuck?
Sixth vote is for Nicholas with the voting confessional I'm sorry, dude. Which, to recap, that's 6 votes. We have 2 for Ian, which don't count. 1 for Jaden, 1 for Nicholas, and 2 for Roan. The 7th vote is for Roan. 8th vote is for Ian, which does not count. 9th vote is for Roan. 10th vote is for Ian, which does not count. And the voting confessional says, I'm going to vote for Ian. Ian, I'm sorry. I was genuine when saying I wanted to work with you. So for this, I'm sorry. There are 2 votes left. We are currently at, good God, who knows? This is a mess. We are at 4 votes for Ian, which do not count. 4 votes for Roan, 1 vote for Jaden, 1 vote for Nicholas. 2 votes left. 11th vote, and the next person voted out of Survivor Themyscira, and the first member of our jury was Roan. The 12th vote is also for Roan, and the voting confessional says, Roan, I'm sorry, baby. I think you are honestly so fucking amazing and don't deserve to be the one going home. But you are such a big social, physical, and strategic threat. I wish you the best of luck, but a king must fall for a revolution to start.
What the fuck happened? I'm so confused.
So we're, yeah.
What the hell?
You need to bring me your torch, Roan. The tribe has spoken. Roan is
Hold on, I have my candle.
we will do it symbolically on his behalf.
Ready?
Yes, you can now blow it out. The tribe has spoken. Congratulations, you guys have outcracked yourself from the last vote. That's all I have to say. Have a good night, kids.
Bye, guys.
Oh my god.
Bye, guys. Good night.
Bye.
Bye, good night.
Guys on final whatever.
Final 10.
Jury.